They've broken through the first line. They've broken through the first line. Broken through the first line. They've broken through the first line. You're the best, Slippy.
Y'all, what the hell? I can't even see the hype train anymore to see if it's still going, but goddamn! What are you doing? Also, hello. There it is, now I can see it. OBS is kind. The pin was in the way. What are you... Why are y'all hyping and training now? Y'all are crazy. Let's go back to the top and say hello to everybody. Hi Naka, welcome in. Hello Cody, thank you so much. 6 months already? Oh my god. Jevulon, I hope you have a good sandwich. Fatagan, hello. 7 months, oh my goodness. And 23 months, Twaggy. Holy crap. And Gemini for 11, that is almost a year. You're almost there. It's so hard to believe it's been so long for all of this already. And Resco, 21 months, my goodness. Oh, and Strap, thank you. A reminder to all of you that you matter, you're valid, loved, worthy of love, important, allowed to have emotions and bad days. You don't have to be strong or perfect all the time. You are not broken. I'm so proud of all of you for existing, and I'm so thankful you are around. And despite how many times we say it, it never stops being true. It never stops being true! How are y'all doing today? And of course we have at the bottom here, we have Lance. Hello, Lance. My uniform. Oh no, you're right, my uniform! And Moosin! I forgot to switch stuff over at the last minute, and I was in the restroom and I realized I forgot to set my clock up and everything. Like I sat down and went, ah, and my brain shut off, and here we are, and you're right. I'm not in uniform.
Here comes a big one!
I need to be in uniform. Where are we? There we go. Now I'm in uniform. Thank you, Lance. I knew I missed something. And it's not to turn off the little man, because he's still enjoying his chips. He's just chilling. He's just watching. Oh, who did you hit? Who did you hit? Oh my goodness. Love how Moosin pops in like 10 people. It's the best thing! Moosin's existence is wonderful, and it is fantastic to just shout at him. Wow, that is a good group. We've got Janchovies. You hit Jevulon and Neba and Brownie Bites and Strap. What a good shot. Go back to the restroom and go change. No, I'm done in there. I change in front of everybody like a man. He still hasn't finished his chippies. Oh no, I keep giving him more chippies. He has an unlimited supply of chippies. I treat him very well. He subsists on honey butter chips and nothing else. I occasionally give him water as a treat. The shot that was heard around the world, yeah, for real. You do always hit the coolest folks, especially because you sub yourself. Bringing a man's Hadmidad, no shame from changing clothes, exactly. I can just poof, like Goemon, I poof, and I'm something else. How dare nothing, you're cool and awesome and appreciated. Get adored. Rawr. But how is everybody? It's been 8 million years since I was on my own channel, and I apologize for that. I haven't seen y'all in like, what, 2-3 weeks now? That's 5 shots. You never heard of Shotgun Sniper? Look, he's very good. Do it, cry happily. Or as Bancha says, cry! Cry! I feel like I haven't been live in so long, half of y'all's subs just died out and you were like, oh god, no. When will I get to refresh you and bring you back to life? I've been so busy and so burned out on just existing lately. It's been a hard year, and it's only been like 3 days of a week or whatever, and it's just, it feels like I've lived the past 7 years in like a month time. What is time? 2025 is a mess. So I apologize for not existing here specifically, like, as much at all. I've been dying, y'all. My health has been not amazing, and I have been doing way too much, way too often elsewhere. Gotta keep your sub to print alive. How would you live without Mambo? You're the only one I know who uses Mambo. Mambo was on the chopping block. I don't know what to do about animated emotes. I have so many to add and no room to add them. Which reminds me, because there will be new animated emotes in place for my stream anniversary on June 27th, which is a Friday. I will be doing my streaming anniversary. My 2 years now? Yeah, technically it's 2, more like 1. Because I hit affiliate 2 years ago, but there was that really long length of time where I wasn't able to stream. So June 27th will be our 1/2 year anniversary, and there will be new animated emotes for it at the very least. I apparently might have some special guests that I was not planning for, which is incredibly cool. They were like, give me a slot, and I was like, I was gonna stream alone, but yeah, you come hang out. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna go from 3 o'clock to as long as I can hold out safely. I don't intend to implode or anything, like, or hurt myself, so... But it's gonna be a longer one. I intend to ask Ryu very kindly to grab me some food, so that I might not have to leave for dinner, like I always do. And we're gonna have a good time. Mark it on your calendars, it's only a month and a half away. You can't forget, you can't possibly forget in the 3,000 years that will be between now and then. Yeah, we'll get pizza or something. We'll figure it out. A Hodmedod is a little puppet, usually filled with straw or something. I have fluff. I'm a high-grade Hodmedod. I've upgraded from hay and straw to fluff. And they have, in our case at least, I don't know the normal definition, probably not. Our case, they have a little piece of soul plucked from someone, placed inside them to give them life. That's why there's so many of them, because Lumina just plucked people's little pieces of people's souls and pooped them into little Hodmedobs. What did we get? Oh, this is a... What a good emote. What an emote that is. Oh, Ryu, you got a good one too. I thought we all got the same one usually, but I guess not. But this is great. We get to just fall over and die. Like, the falling over and dying emote is fantastic. So fitting. So incredibly fitting. Yeah, I don't think I've been on my own channel since Be Earth Buddy, goddamn. It has been a hot minute. I think it depends if they already have that one. That could be, yeah. I usually don't get in on hype trains, so I don't really have repeats or anything. I usually end up with whatever anybody else gets. All of my hype train emotes are from y'all. Y'all give me subs and I get an emote out of it. That's how it works. I'm trying to think if I have any more, like, announcement type deals, but I don't think so. Yeah. Until Saturday, nothing special is going on. Well, actually, no. Tomorrow... Well, 2 Saturdays in a row, yeah. Tomorrow is Ryu's Streamiversary at 8 p.m. And y'all better be there for that. If you're not, I'll hunt down each one of you and tape you to a chair and roll you up to a screen with the anniversary on it. And be like, watch this man! He's doing amazing things and you need to stare at him about it. Make him feel really awkward. Why isn't my chat moving? Muma! Hello! And yes, it is printers. Hello. My chat is, like, not scrolling. It's good to see you. Hello, welcome in. That's a kaiju right there. A big old kaiju! Ah! But after Ryu's anniversary, then we have on the 10th is Riley's birthday. And that's gonna be a big old to-do. I have no idea when it starts. We haven't gotten times for anything yet, but I'll be there doing something at some time. The schedule hasn't been put together yet. Also, Siren! Did I miss you when during all the subs? Because I think I saw you, and I'm looking back, it occurs to me I did not say hello to you, Siren. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. Good luck with the fish, and the cabinet, and the ice, and the everything, and all the meat. Try to have fun with the meat. But the fish, not so much. No fun with the fish. Alright. Is that... Have Have I gone through everything? I think I have. I think I've officially exhausted everything. We're still funding the PC. I'm trying my best to contribute where I can via commissions. And that's about it. But last time on Dragon Ball Z, we got here. We got to the country of Fendel, the cold, frozen country. We found out their people are oppressed, they're very, very poor, they're freezing to death, and the government is not really doing an amazing job of anything. The people are hungry, the heat isn't a thing, and they're experimenting on their Valkanus with research that Pascal knows is flawed, and if they continue with it and we do not stop them, the entire country will explode as a result. And that's not hyperbole, that's the facts. It will explode the entire continent off of the map. So we are running around as foreign spies, essentially. We got chased out of the main city by people who realized that Malik is actually supposed to be dead. And yes, we found out Pascal's an Amarcian, which she said super casually. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a race that everybody thinks is extinct. Like, what? And Hubert is angry at her for just casually hiding that fact, and he's also angry at Malik for having a shrouded and ridiculous sounding past where he's supposed to be dead. And that's where we're at right now. We're on our way to the Amarcian Enclave to seek assistance and find out exactly what the government is up to if we can get some aid in stopping them in their bullshit. Because Pascal is convinced that their research, their experiments are based on her research that was flawed because she could never get it to work and she scrapped it. And I intentionally went the wrong way and am in front of this big-ass facility all for this one skit. Because there's a skit for getting lost in the mountains. So, now that we're sort of caught up, feel free to ask any other questions that pertain to the plot at large, and I will answer them. We've also been sent here by the president of Strata, in an attempt to figure out what the hell is going on and stop King Richard from stealing the Elith from this Valkanus as well. Because he would. He's done the other two, so it is a safe assumption. So, you know, we're definitely in another country on another country's whims, and that always ends well for people, right? But we're probably going to come up on one of my favorite throwaway lines at some point, and I'm very excited. I hope y'all are also excited.
For their dilly-dallying. We need to hurry. Where is everyone? Did they get lost? Damn it. This is precisely why I hate traveling with them. Asbel! Sophie! Sharia! Pascal? Captain Malik? Wait. Did something happen to them? I can't go on like this. I have to find them.
Little bro, where are you?
Pascal? Pascal!
Hey, little bro, don't run off like that.
Yeah.
Yikes! Didn't I tell you it was dangerous to run around on the snow?
Well then, perhaps next time you could mention it sooner. But never mind. What about the others? Did you find any of them?
Find them? Wait a minute. Isn't that my line, little bro?
Huh?
By the time we realized it, you were gone. We've been looking everywhere.
What are you talking about? That makes
My
no
poor
sense.
son.
I was right in front of you.
Yeah, but you were totally walking in the wrong direction.
I don't think that's true.
Ah, don't sweat it. Everybody gets lost at some point. Now, let's get back to our friends. March!
Immediately gets lost and blames everyone else for it. How could they walk away from me? Man who wandered off on his own. Everybody gets lost at some point. I've been lost. Oh. How's that? I guess I won't bother with that person and I'll just pick this radish.
Must you inconvenience us so?
So what's everybody's weekend plans? What y'all got going on? Besides being at Ryu's stream anniversary. I say grinning with my hammer held high. I know I don't have to actually threaten y'all. Y'all be there.
I think that's all of them.
Oh. I fully forgot that was a timer that... Well, you know what? Actually, I'm proud of myself for even remembering to turn it back on. Because I had made it and immediately turned that off for Be Earth's Buddy. And then I forgot it existed, so the idea that I actually remembered to turn that back on... Good job, past me. Good job having the one brain cell. I think you actually have Pathfinder 2 during the race. Oh no! You're not going to want to miss some part of it. Y'all know this man always has something up his sleeve. Gonna be getting up early tomorrow to do the same thing you did last Saturday? Weren't you moving a bunch of stuff last Saturday?
You're so tall, Captain.
Like,
how come?
I remember you were helping your dad with
That
something.
makes it easier for me to pick apples.
Oh.
At least be subtle about your lies.
Yeah, ooh, that does not sound fun. Well, hopefully, since it'll be dark by the time everything's happening, you'll be able to, like, relax and chill. Jevin, I love you. Making some extra cash. Hell yeah. That's good with the whole switch to everything. I'm sure cash is much welcome and much needed. What kind of sub did you get, Jevin? I don't mean tier 1, I mean sandwich.
Everyone did as well as could be
My
expected.
pleasure. Yeah, like what's on it? Did you get like the one with the like chicken parm one or the it's just tendy on bread? There's different kinds. But now I have chosen to believe you're just eating chicken on bread. I think with what you'll be paid tomorrow, the Switch 2 itself will be basically paid off. Not the Pro Controller, but the console. Hell yeah, good. Your sandwich wasn't ready, so you just bought normal 10D. Oh, 45 minutes! And they didn't make it? Oh my god. Your Publix must be way busier than the one we go to, which is really surprising.
We are very sad to announce.
Maybe I was gonna say maybe the lunch rush, but no, dude, it's 3:30. There is no lunch rush at 3:30. Or at least there shouldn't be. This should be like the weird hours between the lunch rush and the dinner rush.
Let's celebrate with a high five.
Become some employees sub. I hope they get to eat it, genuinely. I hope someone gets to eat it instead of the dumpster. You order online and sometimes they don't see it or get to it. Oh. Dude, if you came into my work and told me that you sent something that long ago, I would make it for you on the spot.
Very sad to announce. This'll be a piece of cake.
Cause I used to have that at my previous job. Like, people would send a thing and I wouldn't get a chance to look at the email. And then they'd come in like an hour or two later and be like, I sent it a while ago. And I'd be like, oh my god, I've been so busy. Hold on, I'll do it right now. Like, there's only so much they can do, but I would have just... Were it me, I would have just kind of dropped everything and been like, okay, no, you've been waiting. There was a long-ass line for subs as per usual. Yeah, ours usually doesn't have like a super long line. It's usually maybe 3 or 4 people, and then you get in line and 7 people show up behind you. I usually let Ryu go up and do the ordering because I'm not a loud person, and people come up to me constantly and they're like, oh, are you waiting for the chicken? Like, no.
I bet pumpkins raised in the snow must be especially sweet. Hubert,
Yeah,
are
the
you
whole point of
interested in
ordering it is not
pumpkins
stand
too?
in line.
Do you want to take some with us?
No, that's not necessary.
Hubert has been looking at me ever since he joined us. I wonder what he wants. Hey, is there something you want to ask me, Hubert? It's better to let it out than to bottle it up, you know.
There is something that's concerned me for some time now, but... how to put this?
Go ahead, speak your mind.
If I may be blunt, that skirt is far too short.
Huh? My skirt?
It is a distraction to everyone during combat. Do you understand how much of your thigh you're revealing? It's an affront to basic public decency.
Hey, come on, Hubert. Stop staring at me like that.
Well, then you should start dressing more appropriately.
Quite the opposite, Jevin. Quite the opposite. He was raised where people don't do that. Also, yeah, she's running around in the snow. Like, in the shortest little skirt. I literally just took a drink.
Broken through the first line.
Hello, Beepers. Hello, Ironbite. How am I feeling? I'm tired. But I'm always tired. Like, always tired. But otherwise, I'm doing okay. Way better than the last few days, let me tell you. Way, way better. I hope you are doing good. And also, Ironbite, 23 months. Holy crap. You have as many months as Ryu, and that's really surprising. But yeah, Sherry is running around in the snow and the cold in this tiny ass skirt. Like, she's gotta be freezing her butt off, literally. It's not the shortest skirt you've ever seen, but it's, I mean, it is, yeah. We've all seen shorter because everybody has seen near, but
Know your place.
it's short.
No.
Like, usually you disagree with Hubert because she can wear what she wants, but in this case, she should be wearing something warmer. She should. I don't agree with Hubert, it's just that he was raised, like... He was raised, like, military and shit, like, you don't do that. It's proper! He was raised by an asshole.
Plenty of room for improvement, but we can let it slide.
They do a lot to establish that he's kind of a jerk and really far off from what he was as a kid. I love my boy, but they did a good job of being like, man, this dude kind of sucks. But the more you make him look like he sucks, the more room for growth he has. And that's why we love him, because he do a grow.
Stay sharp, even against chumps. Keep it cool.
I'm so happy to be getting back to this, because I joked that it was going to take me all year to beat, and at the rate I've been going, because this year has been so fucking ridiculous, it genuinely might. And I don't want it to. But it might. And I hope y'all are okay with being here for the ride, because I really want everybody to enjoy this the way that I do. Because god damn it, these are my children. But it makes me wish I could stream for longer. Because I could certainly put a bigger dent in this if I could stream for like 8 hours a day.
This blizzard's strong.
The wind's so strong. Oh, I got to touch Sophie. I command thee, O wind, blow harder still! These winds are really picking up. Should we continue? The Enclave is a short ways ahead. What you think, Captain?
I suggest slow but steady progress to avoid exhaustion. Do you object, Hubert?
No, I have absolutely no objection. Mount Zavhert is the highest mountain in Fendel, after all. Also, I'd just like to say, your judgment has always been prudent. There's no need for us to question it. Please, after you.
To stream longer, you'd have to rebuild me and then we're ship of printing you. Dude, I would take as many different spines as I could if it meant that I could sit up in a chair comfortably for longer than I can right now. Like, You can ship a printy me all you want. I'll take a vertebrae from everybody in the room if they'd let me, if it would work. The Spine Lord approaches. Yeah, dude, people could call me the Spine Lord. I wouldn't mind. I'd be so happy. Like... Okay, that's where... It's a big loop. Thought Hamida doesn't have bones. Quiet, you.
I just heard something.
My bones are broken. Yeah, I need your bones! I don't have bones because mine are ground to dust.
Look,
It's just another stupid animal. No need to panic.
No! Don't turn your back on him, little bro.
Pascal?
Ow! You okay, little bro?
stand ready. The harsh climate has turned ordinary monsters into rampaging beasts. They'll charge at the slightest opportunity. Here it comes!
Replace them with cookies, but cookies crumble just as much, if not more, than my bones. Can I? No, I don't have it. Dang. Sophie does, though. Damn it. Oh well. Too slow to get in on that combo. But this one... Damn it. Does she not... I thought she had the 25 hit thing, but I guess I'm incorrect. I stop controlling Hubert and he gets his ass absolutely beat. Again, once again, I don't have her right. Okay. I was like, where's her first aid? Which I know for a fact I did last time. Because I didn't want to have Sharia in the party for a little bit. Does he have Life Flare yet? No. Oh well. Me thinking people have skills that they don't is apparently the flavor of the day. You don't need your bones all the time, so you guess you can loan them out when you're not using. Okay, cool. I would offer my bones in trade, but you don't want them. They hurt. My bones are what makes the bone hurting juice.
Why the pigtails, Sophie? Pigtails? Your hair, those! These? The captain said they'd let me fly through the air. Oh, I get it!
Exactly.
Close one.
Oh, I see.
They're more fierce than I imagined.
Are you all right, Pascal? Oh yeah, I'm groovy. He just winged me is all.
After all those things I said to you, why did you help me?
Whoa, one of our team was in danger. What did you think I'd do?
Our team? You were hurt because of me. I'm sorry, Pascal.
No worries, little bro.
How can you smile after all that? And Captain Malik, you have a right to be angry with me as well.
Look at this boy. He growing
Even the fiercest
right before our
warrior can be
eyes.
undone by a single mistake.
I agree.
However, you see your mistakes and own up to them, Hubert. With that maturity, you're unlikely to make the same error in judgment again.
It's like you're teaching me all over again, Captain.
I expected you to be far angrier with me.
I've no need to scold a man who's clearly punishing himself.
Thank
Oh,
you,
jeez.
Captain Malik.
And besides, no one was hurt. We were lucky. But it's over now, right, Pascal?
Right as rain, Captain.
No, that's not acceptable. I owe you a debt and it must be paid.
Huh. Well, that's kind of weird, but you okay? How's about you carry Mr. Boar back to the Amarcian Enclave for me?
Yep, carry that big ass boar, Hubert. Off you go.
Wait. Carry this? By myself?
Yep, all by yourself.
What, no good? It's loaded with protein and essential vitamins, so I was hoping to bring it back and share the love.
This boar is really big.
Okay, forget it. In that case,
I bet Sophie could carry it.
you have to promise to be my friend.
Pascal.
This is how our community works.
Now come on, we're almost at the Enclave.
Everybody's like, man, what do I owe you for this? Be my friend. What? That's it? How are we on stuff? Not a lot in the way of money? Oh wait, no, we are a lot in the way of money. I forgot I used the thingy. Because I was like screw grinding for money. Have you said that yet that Pascal is your favorite? Pascal is great. She is fantastic. And in Japanese, she is even better. If it was like everything is voiced, and if it wasn't harder to read on mobile and stuff, I would definitely have it in Japanese because I haven't gotten to play it in it either, like fully. But I think if you can do it in English, it's better for a stream experience. But if you get the chance, turn her to Japanese for a little bit and you'll enjoy her voice actress a lot. Everyone is pretty rad, so just being friends is a great boon. Exactly! Also, hello, Clickflint, speaking of friends. Speaking of great friends. Clickflint is fucking rad, even if blah, 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 can't English the language. What was the thing I just made? This? It's cute, but no one... It's not good for anybody. Yep, I've made something that sucks. Oh well. Probably do your personal playthrough in Japanese. Yeah, good, enjoy it. I had considered doing that myself, I just couldn't commit to it. Also, I think the protect thing might be off, come to think of it.
This is the Amarcian Enclave? I've never seen anything like it.
I grew up in Fendel, and I never even knew this place existed.
I think that was
We've been
Dantet,
helping Fendel here and there for a while.
but I
we
don't
have to
remember
keep
that
it
one.
all- Anyway, let's head over to my place first. Come on.
Yeah, protect was off. No! I clicked back in and I guess the mouse did that. You must always play in Japanese when you can. I used to, but I have moved a lot to like handheld stuff because of my spine. Also, hello cat, it's good to see you. So as I moved into handheld, text got smaller and I couldn't play stuff in Japanese as much, so I kind of got out of that habit. Though if you ever play Trinity Trigger, the English voice acting is horrible, the Japanese voice acting is good, and the animated cutscenes have no subtitles, so you have to play it in English anyway. The game is fairly fun, but that fact actually sucks. And I'm not a fan of it. Puzzle game. Puzzle game. I might do that. I will show y'all Shot Cube. But also, I want one of these. I want this.
Hey, Pascal. What exactly is going on here?
This is a chocolate fountain created by one of our overseers a long time ago.
Why would anyone need this?
You wouldn't understand, Asbel, but research is
I need it.
totally taxing on the old melon. When you get all sleepy and the blood sugar drops, there's nothing better than sweet, sweet chocolate. It's so sweet. I'm awake now. Sophie, stop. You'll ruin your appetite. But it's so sweet. You should try some, Sharia. All right, I'll try a little.
Chocolate as a cure for exhaustion? Sure, why not?
Hey, guys, you're kind of, sort of not supposed to just stick your hands in it.
Oh, sorry. I just got scolded by Pascal.
still on your wish list. Yeah. It's good because she gets more range eventually. It's a nice contrast. I was worried more people would hate it like they do with Limmel, because Limmel is very... ugh. Even in Japanese, Limmel is... ugh. Very annoying. Trinity Trigger, I would say wait for it on sale, but it's not terrible. I haven't gotten all the way through it yet or anything, but it's okay, but you'll be stuck with English unless you know enough Japanese by ear to be okay with it. Because the cutscenes are super cool. It's just that they choose to, like, explain little bits in the cutscenes or, like, do narration, and you're like, ah, what's going on exactly? Because they didn't think to subtitle it, which is really obnoxious.
Mount Zavhert is cold and in the middle of nowhere.
Barrel?
Why in the world would the Amarcians live here?
You know, good question. I'm not sure. But I mean, does anybody know why their hometowns are where they are?
No, I guess not.
They used to call Mount Zavhert Kulumin, which means the transplanted land. As children, we were taught to never approach it, so I'm unfamiliar with the area.
Perhaps the warning originates from an Amarcian desire to protect their privacy from the local villagers.
Captain, even if kids didn't know the Enclave was here, that warning should have raised some eyebrows.
It does seem pretty obvious in retrospect.
Good for listening practice. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point. I don't know enough to do listening, really. Or, like, I can only read katakana. That's it. That's the extent of my skill. And of course, there's a few words you just kind of know, you know? But not anything that would save my life someday. So this is a fun little mini game. And it can get pretty hard, but it's very enjoyable. Basically, your goal is to get all the cubes into the square in the middle. And obviously this is easy, quote-unquote. Only katakana is actually really quirky positive. I feel like most people learn hiragana first. They do! They do only learn hiragana first. I found that out later. Katakana is all I know. I look at hiragana and go, huh? But I started, like, also hello BB. I started, like, quote-unquote self-taught, like, just with a couple of apps, and I went, okay, katakana, because it was on the top, and kanji is just out of my brain league. So I just kind of started with katakana, and it had, like, these quizzes that were, like, it'll show you the katakana, and you're like, and it gives you a multiple choice, and it's like, what is this? And so it would be really fast, and I would do that, and by getting it wrong or right, I would remember what it was. So I just did those quizzes over and over and over. And that's how I taught myself katakana. I don't think it works for anybody else, but that's how I did it, just laying in bed because I couldn't sleep. I already fucked this up. Sir, I would like to reset the stage, thank you. You know what? I like pointy ones more. Like, they look more simple, but I just like, I think it was because katakana was on the top of the list or something. So I just started there. Yeah, just repetition. I don't know, I don't know if that would work for everybody, but it certainly worked for me. Because at one point, we had gotten like a textbook, and I just couldn't follow it. So I was like, okay. So these are just neat puzzles. They look harder than they are, but they really make you think. And then there's some that are incredibly hard. But you get rewards for doing them. People want to know how to write their own name in Japanese first, and that takes katakana. Oddly enough, yeah, I think, you know, that might be it. Because we had, back in 7th grade, we had a Japanese exchange student sort of deal, where a dude stayed with a friend of mine at their house for like a summer. And he would help teach at our school. Like they taught us little bits and bobs, and it was katakana because they taught us all how to write our names. So what it might have been, honestly, is like, because I recognized that from that little bit that he taught us when he was there, I might have just been like, yes, I recognize this, and picked katakana. Like, in hindsight, that makes a lot of sense. Because otherwise I'm like, I don't know why I started with that. Your method of learning was writing each character for a full notebook page for a week? Oh! Yeah, I don't know the stroke order. If you asked me to write it, it would not be pretty, and I would not know the right order. And there are still some that I mess up. Like ka and sa I have a lot of trouble with. And N and no are their own fucking problem. Like, N and no and... or not no, N and so. Or so and... what? They're just rude. They're mean. They're cruel. Because they look like the same damn thing. And Chi and Su also fuck me up. Because she is like, they're tilted a little bit. Like, ugh. Such a pain! Alright. I may have done this wrong. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that one to the corner. Yeah, I think I done botched this. But you get weapons for her for doing it, which is why I'm doing it. See, I hate that sentence. Yeah, no, Sue is fine. The way I remember Sue is that it looks like a Prinny flipper. Sue is fine. But that group of katakana I fucking hate. Look how similar they are. The no is really easy because it's just a but God, Pretty flipper makes me chuckle. Well, see, so my first way of remembering what was what
barrel
was like, they would look like things to me, and I was like, yeah, this looks like that, this, that, and the other thing. And the person who originally was like studying it with me laughed at me. Like he made fun of my way of remembering things. Dude, Diggy's barrels are fantastic. There's so many good ones in there. You have no idea. Hard agree, those are the evil ones. But so like I had a whole bunch of things like, this one looks like this, so I remember it as this. And when I explained them, like, because I was trying to be like, hey, this works for me, you should try it, I just got made fun of, so I was like, okay, I guess no. I guess this was a bad choice. Demon characters. It's true. Oh, this is tough. How do I even... Like, obviously there's a way, but... Okay. Whoever let those be a thing is probably long dead, but you hope they stubbed their toes a lot before they... Maybe they died from stubbing their toe. You studied the useless dead language the Elder Gods called French. I took Spanish instead and still remember nothing. Oh, those... I've never seen those. I don't want to either. This one is hard already. Alright. Let's see if I can... Like, I was totally cool with everything up until just now, and now I'm like, uh-oh. But I think I got it, yeah. Okay. Had to stare at it for a good minute and be like, Nume and Sa and Chi. Yeah, I know. I think I would know Nu if I saw it, but it's not common at all. Chi, I can remember off the top of my head. You only know we because Tewi. Oh, jeez. But that's a cool. That's a cool way to do it, though. All right. I think I might have just fudged this. I think I did. No! Those anger me to look at. I'm sure our alphabet isn't any better, but grg. Yeah, I messed this up. Because I think I want this one up here. So that I can do this. No, because then I don't have anything for this corner here. Son of a bitch! I just want whatever weapon I'll get from this. Because how far are we? Yeah. This is the last one. Dang it! Alright. See, all those, like, looking at them is... It's what made me realize that I don't think I can do kanji. Like, realistically. No, I fucked this up again. I hath bungled it. Because these will just shoot straight off. Whoa. If only you could rotate the camera. Yeah, you cannot. Kanji's a lot easier than you thought it would be to start. I don't know. I don't know. I look at kanji and like there's so much going on that my brain immediately goes into like panic. Cause I need things for the center. And I can't run on this blue part. So like I can't push them left to right within the blue. Especially if you're learning the radicals. See, I don't know what that means, so that doesn't help me. I should know what that means, but I don't. Professors don't recommend really? Doing one at a time and starting with the simple ones? Thought I could never do it either because I got learning disabilities, but I'll take your word for it, because boy do I have disabilities. My disability is that I'm a dumbass. I need this situation to be different. I'm too stupid for this. Speaking of learning disabilities. Because, like... I don't end up having anything to stop, like, these other pieces. Because, like, I can fill out the top, but then I end up with that bottom corner all forked. Oftentimes you can glean either the meaning or reading of both based on what radical appears where. Yeah? Radicals are the building blocks of individual kanji? I see. Huh. If any of y'all got any bright ideas on this, I will take a hint. Okay, wait. I think I might be onto something, sort of, maybe? Yes, I think I might have actually gotten it. You're using all 2 kilobytes of your brain power to analyze. That's fair. Ugh. It's terrible because I've gotten these already before in my past, millions of times, and now I don't retain them. There we go. It does work. I'm not smarter than you, I promise. This had better be better than what she's got. Yes, it is, by a good bit. Hooray! Hooray, we did it! And I got a title for it that I forgot about. Also, I guess we can remove the watermelon for now. Oh, that's what it is. You have to hit remove here. I will never remember that Y is triangle. You literally draw a little forest made of tree worlds to write it? Oh. Yeah, yeah! I have always liked the kanji for forest, because it's a lot of little trees. I remember that one. I don't think I could spot it, like, out of context, but I always like that one because it's a bunch of little trees. I know the one, I don't know, I guess it counts as a kanji, the symbol for, like, day, he. that one I've picked up through osmosis, like, where they'll write the month and the day for like the release of something, or like when it's bunny day, it'll be like whatever no he. No is the one hiragana that I know, because it's just like a whoop. And again, it comes before the something no he. Yeah, that exactly. Kanji for dog is just the kanji for human person, but with a little mark next to it. Because dogs are always at our side. Oh my god! See, that's really cute, actually. Is that, like, on purpose? Yes, it is this one, okay. That's so cute. Bunny no hi, exactly. Bunny day. Foreign language. Yeah, like, and that's exactly it. I think Bunny Day is what I see the most. So I picked it up. For foreign language acquisition, your professor emphasized that learning kanji in the context of sentences/words is best, and you kind of learn radicals naturally as you go. This shares shapes with the kanji for thus and such, so okay, that makes sense. I'm learning more from y'all than I think I would, like, on my own, looking at the materials, because my eyes tend to roll back into my head when I'm left on my own, like, to self-teach stuff. I'm better at learning, like a program or something with a goal in mind, because I go, okay, I need to use this thing to make a thing, but, like, if I look at something with language, I don't know where to begin. It doesn't... Because, like, at one point I did try to learn German, and I know, like, very small tidbits. But even, like, starting with, like, a book, I was just like, And there was one thing I remember, and, like, I guess it was the way it was explained. And they were like, your new German mother-in-law asks how you got along while sleeping alone at night because your husband was off doing something, and you wanted to tell her that you read children's books to go to sleep, and instead you told her you had a one-night stand. Oh no! And that's the only thing I gleaned from that book, and I never understood how the fuck that happened, because they didn't go into an explanation on that. They were just like, my goodness, you would have made a faux pas if you didn't know German. Good thing we're gonna teach you. But they never went into why the fuck that is. Which would have been really cool. I might have learned something. But I didn't. As much as language can be broken down, it's also not a thing that is constructed with anywhere the form with treated with. I'm having trouble reading this, and it's in English. It's weird, a product of millennia of culture and influence, and it gets wonky. Of course it does, because it doesn't carry forward the way you'd expect. Where's my mouse? I need to scroll up. I probably need to tab out because this doesn't work the way I thought. Yep. Yeah, don't bring it up if you're not going to tell me the fun example. Exactly, like, how does reading children's books turn into I had a one-night stand? How the fuck does that... I should... Gemini, you speak German. Come here, son. I need to ask you a question. I'm gonna slide into his DMs later, and he's gonna be like, Prinny, what the actual fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna be like, sir, tell me, how do these words make a mistake? And he'll be like, go to bed. Please. Teach me. Language is at its core the weird pseudo rules we make for drawing on things and pushing air out. It's true. It's true. And every time every so often I'll catch myself being impressed that like a dog knows a different language, and I'm like, yes, stupid, they grew up with that language like you did. It's just that is a Spanish dog. Congrats, idiot. And I'm like, man. Because, like, knowing another language is so mystical to me that I'm like, wow, the dogs could do it and I can't. Like, no, stupid, they were raised with another language. Yeah, I can't sleep, mad about learning. Bilingual dogs are really cool, because there are a lot of households that will use English and Spanish, and, like, the dog will respond to both, and I just look at them like, that dog knows more language than I do. Ah! Oh god! I'm losing to a dog! Cut to the dog staying up late doing Duolingo. No! The dog won't know anything after Duolingo. They're firing humans. God. I've got to have a shard that does more. Oh, but I can... Hang on. 168, 42... 186. That was worth getting. Fish time! Pike! Let's see if we can get a... Oh, yep. Competent. 6s all across the board. Good shit. I feel bad because I'm just sitting here chatting and not actually doing the thing. Because this is too fascinating of a conversation. Radicals are definitely something that isn't great to start with, especially because it's a little overwhelming without any immediate payoff, but they are handy for reading. That makes sense. Big news. You got the house. I forgot you were even going for a house. That's awesome! Congrats! Holy shit! Reminder to all of Strap that you are loved and worthy of house. You are allowed to have house and bedroom and bathroom. Yay! House with big yard! Oh, if anybody deserves a house, it's you. That's so awesome! You get to have and you can teach it multiple languages! You can have bilingual doggy! That's awesome! That's so good. Congratulations. Also, a reminder, because people tend to get really happy and be like, I got a house, and post a picture of the key on the internet. Don't post a picture of your house key anywhere. People can duplicate it and find your house and shit. Safety reminder, do not do that. The good people of Imager were always really like, hey, don't do this! And I appreciate them for it, because I didn't know that was a thing. You're not sharing the key or the address. Good. Well, yeah, because, nobody shared the address, but they would always take a picture of the key in front of the house, just in their hand, and be like, look, I got a house! And people could really easily just be like, I see. So don't do that. But yes, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy, that's great! Having a house is an incredibly rarity, especially for our generation. Like, it's... enjoy it, decorate it, make it a home. Though you might be able to, if I ask nicely, maybe you'll let me send you a Christmas card. I would love to give you something to hang on wherever your new fridge will be. I will draw you a stick figure. And actually, I'll get some crayons and I will draw like little man stick figure by house with a big old sunshine. It'll be great. You'll love it. People will be like, oh, you have a kid? And you'll be like, no, I have an idiot on the internet. If the GeoGuessr guy knows it's Kenya from what color the sky pixels are, people can find your house from your yeah! No joke. GeoGuessr is a blessing and a curse, really, because, like, yeah. People know shit. People get really easy with where stuff is, and they can see a picture of your house and go, there. And you're like, oh. It's a cool skill to have, but very easily misused. Thank you. I've been drinking so much I might need to go refill my water at some point. Yeah. I don't tend to share just a ton of pictures in general. But that is one reason not to. If you really don't want to be found. The only thing is, like, at this point in time, people have a decent idea of where most of us are right now, so it's like, well... Yeah, what did I get for... Oh. I think the last picture you showed was your cat. Yeah, your cat being a little baby man. I love your cat. I love everybody's cats, honestly. Everybody got good cats. There are no bad cats. I mean, there might be, but I refuse to believe it. I'm so glad we can actually equip people now. I had to use my government provided funds, but I don't care. I'm gonna steal all your cats. I wish I could. There are 2 cats in the world that I would steal, and I can't, so I would. Your cats are fine, even if they've been cut off from half the house right now. They're probably just chilling. Like, I'm sure they were upset for all of 5 minutes, and then they went, there's still somewhere to lay over here, it's fine. The bad cats are the ones that run away from you instead of letting you pet their cute heads. Yeah, exactly. Like, how could you? Come back. Oh. I don't remember. Your cat is a bad cat, is a scamp and a half. I bet he's adorable and lovable and wonderful. And at the end of the day, you love him. He isn't also evil. That's a cat!
It's clean!
You call this clean?
Is this a trash dump? Sophie! This is not cool! You don't just go cleaning up people's rooms when they've only been gone for like a second!
When were you last here, Pascal?
I don't know, about 3 years ago?
I'm not sure you can really complain if you've been gone that long.
I knew it! Someone yoinked all my Creus notes! So someone's been using your research to help Fendel with their experiment. Yeah, but who? Hey, we should ask the Overseer. She's gotta know something.
The Overseer? Is that your leader?
Yep, she's old. Like super old. She's so old she doesn't even know how old she is. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go see her.
Yeah. Bean was a complete jerk, but I missed that little complete jerk every minute of the day. He was always up in my business. He was always laying on my keyboard. He would lay in front of my keyboard with his legs facing me and then just push me with all of his paws. And it was cute! And he would just get all up in my business and just... If I was laying on my stomach, he'd stand on my back and be like, haha, yes, I am the king. And he was wonderful and I love him and he was such a jerk. God, I miss that little bastard. And then there was Hobbs, who didn't do much of anything. I had 2 cats. One of my cats was Menus and the other cat was Parkour. Bean ran around like a crazy person, but Hobbs? Nah, dude, he was Menus. He would just lay there and you'd pat him and he would eat. His 2 menu options were lay and eat. He was a good boy. I love him very much. But he did not have the little jackass personality that Bean had. He was there to be quietly adored while Bean was like, love me! And we did.
What should I make for dinner tonight? Huh? Okay, so if we have curry again, it'll look like I'm playing favorites with Asbel. What about you, Sophie? Do you think we should have crablets again? Sharia, that animal moved. Just ignore it. It's probably some toy Pascal made. Wait! Sophie, wait! What about dinner? Captain! Perfect timing. How about I let you choose the menu for tonight? Pick your favorite. Anything you like.
How about sea bream porridge?
All right, I'll have to look for a recipe. I should have known you'd pick something old-fashioned.
Oh?
I mean because, you have refined tastes, right?
Why ask me?
Oh, wait. Oh. Ah. But yeah, my kids are in good hands. I just miss them a lot. As it goes. I'm happy that the local stray around here got either picked up or finally just brought home for good, but I'm sad because it means I don't get to see her anymore. He really did. She was like, ugh, I should have known you'd choose that. And he was like, fine, jeez, fuck. Don't make dinner for me, I guess.
Overseer! Overseer! Hey, are you there?
I love her.
You don't have to shout. We can hear you just fine. Hey, Poisson! Long time no see! Pascal, you know it's against the rules to bring outsiders here. on, don't be like that.
I'm happy
Is
you
the
get to see
overseer
your
here?
cat.
I gotta ask her some stuff. The overseer has long since stopped speaking with others. If you wish to talk to her, you must do so through me. Okay, sure. It'll be good practice, since you're eventually gonna be the next overseer. So, can we get into the Archive of Wisdom? The archive's been around for centuries. It's basically a big hall where we store everything we've ever learned. It's crammed full of totally awesome stuff, and I've been wanting to check it out for a while. The Overseer says that none but herself may enter the Archive of Wisdom. Yeah, I know what she's gonna say. I want you to let us in. Jeez, don't be so uptight. Maybe you're not uptight enough, Pascal. Poisson, did you know Fendel is running experiments on the Valkanus? Of course. What of it? What of it? If we don't put a stop to him ASAP, things are gonna get really bad really fast. The Overseer and I were informed that everything is proceeding just fine. Poisson, listen. I'm pretty sure they're using my old research. I stopped working on that research because I couldn't get it to work. Extracting Eleth was doable, but once the output reached a certain rate, things would get all out of control. If they use that on the Valkanus, it's gonna be totally catastrophic. The Overseer says we have no authority to interfere in such matters.
Even if we'll be wiped off the earth.
Then tell me who's doing the experimenting, and I'll talk to him myself. Heck, it's probably the same person who took my research in the first place. Your sister is in charge of the project. Fourier? I should have guessed. So is she here or what? No, she left some time ago and is currently operating her own laboratory. No kidding. Well, how's about you tell me where it is and I'll go chat her up? Did you see a sign on your way out from Zafherd where the road splits in two? If
The
you
road
take
splits
the
in
other
two
path
like
from
50
there,
times.
You'll find Fourier's laboratory at the end. Nice. Thanks, Poisson.
Fun
Sorry,
fact.
guys, but I gotta run down to that lab and see what's going on.
Poisson there
We'll go as
wields
well.
a giant
It
hammer.
sounds pretty serious. Besides, if this
She's
leads to the
wonderful.
Valkanus, it will eventually lead us to Richard. It makes sense for everyone.
Aw, thanks, you guys. All right, let's hit the road.
You get to fight her, and she beats your ass with a giant hammer, and it's great. I don't think we'll get to that in the streamed playthrough, but it's fun. And besides, the more extra stuff I leave to not do, the more extra stuff you can do when y'all play the game, because I will always encourage people to play this game because it's my favorite. I like it a lot. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Hey man, turn that frown upside down! What's wrong? Can we help? Well, I was asked to collect a certain type of sample, but I'm afraid it's a bit more than I can handle. How so? Well, I just need to deliver the core parts that can be reused in other machines. I'm sure I could handle it if Pascal were to help. What, me? Aw, come on. Is there a specific reason you can't collect the samples? Yeah, well, I think you'll understand better when you get there. I posted the request, so have a look before you head out. Man, you could just fucking tell me. Oh, this page doesn't have any of that information. Okay. Fine. Oh. Do I just have to go and get it? Is it... Alright. Yep, okay. Hold it! Stop, stop, stop! What is it? Aha! I knew it! I totally put a trap here. The slightest disturbance will make a huge burst of adhesive fluid spray out everywhere. One false step and boom! Glue City. Why would you do something like that? I was fighting with my sister at the time. I basically did it to tick her off. That's a pretty crazy way of going about it. Is it really? Surely you and little bro must have had glue trap fights when you were little. I can't say we did. Anyway, let me just give the old ka-chunka-chunka and there, all safe. Well, that settles that. What's wrong, Sherry? You look totally zoned out. Huh? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking of how nice that must have been. What, fighting? This sounds silly, but I never really had any fights with my family. Frederick's your only family, right? You can't really spray glue on an old man. I know, but still, I can't help but feel a little jealous. I wonder if we can get you a sibling somehow, like maybe a brother-in-law? Huh? Hey, now wait just a second. What? You have some kind of problem with little bro? That's not what I meant, and you know it. She thinks it's because she doesn't like Hubert. I hope that timer notification thing isn't too annoying. I set it up for once an hour, but I'm looking at it going, is that too often? Kind of assumed it would line up with the ads, but I was wrong. Probably because I opened Biku way earlier, because it had an update, so I was like, oh boy. But it seems to be working. You love Sharia being embarrassed. I do to a point. She gets embarrassed and then, like, pissy. Once an hour, so okay. I know sometimes when I'm in other people's chats and their timers are, like, way less, it starts getting annoying. It's like, welcome, hi, hello, and it's, like, 3 paragraphs, and I'm like, turn those off. Ugh. But that might just be me, so I try to not do that.
Man, I think about this all the time, but I sure am one lucky girl.
And why do you say that?
If I was the overseer, I wouldn't be able to continue my research.
Howdy, Sai.
Research?
It's going
Do you
good.
wish to tell me that it's
How about you?
research
How
that's
you
been
doing?
motivating your travels?
Yep, you cannot tell from whence we Amarcians came and whither we go, or whatever.
Huh. I wouldn't have taken you for a romantic.
Overseers are chosen based on their family lineage.
She wasn't even listening.
But if I ended up having to take on that responsibility, it'd be a total pain.
I concur, as would everyone living here, I'm sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to your weekend. And yeah, 15 or 20 minutes I would probably be really annoyed by. That would suck. I would rather not do that to people. I need a PC, but I need people to stick around and, like, spend their time and company here instead. Not necessarily their money, but I'd much rather have people than money / new PC. Because I'd still do this even if y'all didn't pay anything. But I feel like that would chase people away real fast. Ooh. The backhanded comments are kind of funny when they don't land. Yeah, that's true. But I really love, like, when they put Sherry and Pascal together. And, oh, I forgot to equip her. And Pascal just has no idea why Sherry is upset. I appreciate that, and I know you can't, so... I'm not like, man, why don't people... Nah, it's nothing like that. Where did the pike go? Did I already change the pike into something without noticing? Am I an idiot? I think I might be an idiot. Yeah. I think I'm stupid, but I didn't think the pike could turn into anything. Or is the pike for someone else? No, it was a shot staff. I thought. Never mind. Well, Hubert gets a pike. Yeah, I think I'm just a moron. And or it used her platinum shot staff to make him a weapon and I just deherred right over it. Oh well, it's fine. We have the weapons we have and that's it. Oops. Personal computer? Yeah. People company? Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll move to nothing but old games if I have to. It will suck, but I will do it.
Well, that was passable.
Hubert and his fish. Yeah, Sherry and Pascal are a very good duo. One is too smart to be understood, and the other one is just like, oh my god. You don't feel pressured to more like, I'd like to be able to throw money to get premium PC because she's rad and does it. But yeah, I hope, genuinely, I hope that if y'all ever feel like we're trying to squeeze money out of you or something, that you'll say something instead of just not showing up. Because that's never, ever been our intent. It's just, like, it's that thing where, like, if everybody gives $1, it's only $1 and we have a fistful of them. That kind of thing.
Must you inconvenience us so?
Y'all are the reason I can do anything around here. Like, help with bills or anything is thanks to y'all, so I never want to seem like I'm taking advantage of that.
Aw, flattery will get you nowhere.
You insufferable woman.
We love y'all. Okay, it's past the pumpkins, I think. Was it? No, it sure looks like I'm headed away from it. Pick up more pumpkins on the way.
Stay sharp, even against chumps.
I just wish times weren't so damn hard, because then a lot of us wouldn't need so much help.
Did we get carried away?
Like, Bonch has been trying to get work actively for almost 2 years straight now. And now Carnage is having the same problem.
Must you inconvenience us so?
And we can't even fucking afford eggs, like... I know eggs aren't, like, the top of the ladder of, like, wow, need this, but, like... I've noticed it as a common relation, like a tipping point for a lot of people suddenly going like, yeah, eggs are fucking expensive.
It will take more than that to stand
And it's just
alone.
wild, because, like, I've seen how many eggs one chicken can produce, and we have 8 bajillion chickens all over the country, and I'm just like, how have eggs gotten this expensive? They should be so fucking abundant, and it's just a sign of the times. People can't get jobs, people can't get eggs, people can't get simple, normal necessities. It's just like, it's getting ridiculous. Eggs are a pretty big staple. They are, like, I may not like them, but I understand their place. And they used to be, like, the simple thing, like, even if you can't get much, you can get eggs. And now it's like, nah, you can't get eggs. No eggs. How you doing today, Diggy? Good morning. What time is it? It is, like, 1:30? Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good Friday. You know that it has blazing hearts? Oh my god. Even ramen is getting expensive. Yeah, that's the real sad point, because people go, hee hee, poor college student, 10-cent ramen. It's not 10 cents anymore. It's been a day, but you're doing your best. Aw, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want you to have a bad day. No one deserves bad days less than you. I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. I'm rooting for you. And I'm looking forward to your stream tonight. I hope you're still up for it. You're gonna draw such cute little animals. Yeah. Everybody should be following Diggy. Diggy has an art stream tonight in 4 hours. Where he's gonna be drawing his tiny little animal buddies from Be Earth's Buddy. They're gonna be heckin' adorable. And y'all should go support him and watch, because Diggy hasn't done an art stream in 800 years, and they're always a blast. And he does it all with a mouse, which is insanely, like, it's incredible. It's wizardry. It's even more impressive to me because I have a trackball and I don't like normal mice, and I couldn't imagine doing that.
First, I toss out a peach gel and
I've had a trackball since I was a wee bab. I can't imagine it with a normal mouse. I can't. I'm so enchanted by the fact that the things that you make with just a mouse. So go watch Diggy Night and be impressed. And enjoy some of the comfiest, coziest company you will ever find on Twitch.
I had no idea Fourier's laboratory would be so huge.
Trackballs are
That's my
nice.
sister for ya. Pascal, what is she like? My sis? Well, she's a year older than me and totally smart. She's accomplished all kinds of stuff. I guess she's my idol. I used to run around and copy whatever she did. So anyway, I'm sure she'll understand when we explain what's going on.
Could the Valkanist be inside this laboratory?
That would be awesome, huh? But yeah, I don't know. Right now, we should just try and find Fourier.
Laboratory is freaking enormous. Trackballs are great. I've had them for most of my life because my dad thought, surely, if I buy a trackball, it will keep my children from using my computer instead of give them a new skill. He was incorrect. We got a new skill, and now I have never been able to use a normal mouse because I'm like, ah, trackballs are so much nicer. Because right now I have my mouse wedged in between my DSi, which I'm using it as a clock, and my keyboard, and I don't have to worry about wiggle room for my arm. You just use an optical mouse, but you have the polling rate cranked up so it doesn't... Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about normal mices. You have to have space to run your arm all over the place. Yeah, exactly. See, my dad was just a fool. I don't know if he liked it more or not, but he was trying to get us to stop using his computer, and it just didn't work. We were like, what is this? And then we learned it really fast, and he was like, God damn it. Trackball mouse, delicious tech ramune marble. Exactly, yes! You could just pull it out and be like, ooh, ball. You have to clean it, but you have to do that with anything. With the exception of a laser mouse, I guess, but still. A lot of the nav computers on submarine had trackball? Really? You were on a submarine? That's awesome. I've never been in a submarine.
We spent a long time here in Fendel, and yet we're still not any closer to finding
Should
the
clean my
Valkanist.
mouse ball.
Please keep such negativity in check. It's detrimental to group morale.
I understand. I just feel like Richard is suffering while we're running around in circles.
Richard is suffering? I cannot even begin to fathom what you're talking about.
There has to be some reason Richard's acting the way that he is. I know this isn't what he wanted.
I care not for his reasons. If King Richard does not put a stop to his current behavior, then I will be left with no choice but to kill him myself.
Hubert! No. I refuse to think like that. If that's your position, then I'll just prove to you that I can stop him.
However this ends, I fear the sin will be mine alone to bear. My brother lacks the temperament to kill a friend.
I probably wouldn't join the US Navy, no. I probably wouldn't recommend it either, and I haven't been. I feel like at a certain point trackballs are more reliable than optical mice. That makes sense, yeah. Because the mouse wouldn't be swaying all over the place or anything. Or it might be, but very, very little. Makes a lot of sense, actually. I wish this was the research facility with the cool music, but it's not.
Barrel.
Barrel. You do miss out on the cool part about getting a cool mouse pad, though. You can get a mouse pad, but then your mouse just kind of sits on it and you're like, that feels a little worthless. I still want a desk mat, but not for any good reason, so I haven't gotten one. I really want to make like a good positivity desk mat, though. I haven't gotten the opportunity to really push the surface and see what it can do. Though I do have a file I was working in recently with 100 and something layers. Which is wild, because that means it has probably about 200 something layers in it. So I'm sort of pushing it, just not with size yet. You buy card play mats to use as a desk mat? That's not a bad idea. I'm going to make a card play mat out of Valk gave me the files for that. Remember when me and Ryu went on vacation and he drew that really awesome picture of the two of us in like the Dragon Ball style cart thing? I want to make that into a playmat, like give it a background, finish up the line art and color it and everything. I want that to be my playmat for Magic. I just have to do the thing. Trying to remember what file it was that I even had open with that many layers in it, and off the top of my head I cannot remember. Because it's not even the file I was doing last night. What was it? Me out of complete and full loss as to what I've been working on for the past few days. Also not a huge fan of your current desk mat anymore, so you probably find a new one soon. That's fair. I just have, like, my desk came with a full desk cover, like, waterproof mat thing. So I just have that, and I'm like, eh. It's also covered in ramen stuff. It's great because it's waterproof. It's not great because, like, it's not stain proof and it's difficult to wash because it's waterproof. So, like, stuff doesn't really come off of it, but it'll soak into it, like... And for some reason, this damn thing, anytime I eat something with, like, tomato sauce or red sauce, like, no matter how careful I am, I always drop a noodle or a pepper or something without realizing it. And there's so many spots in the middle here that are just like, oh, that's where I dropped a noodle. Someone has made a Bloodborne mod and you think I'd appreciate it? Make it so you can't dink on walls anymore! Give me that in everything! Everything! Take away the tinks! Give me that shit! Bloodborne is full of narrow passageways and a ton of weapons that swing wide. It's not fair. You got a desk mat from Anime Expo in a blind box that has not aged well? Oh. I'm curious, but I imagine it's one of those that you're like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Oof. I have that fear with some things. Any too many solid objects like light posts. Ah, good business. Good business. And like, if I could afford it, I'd kill to get some of those like Final Fantasy desk mats they've been putting out. Like, they made some really nice FF9 and FF10 ones. But Square Enix can eat a dick with the amount of their shipping. $20 shipping, like, baseline? No, get out of here with that. That's just rude. Sorry, Square Enix. Go away. Though, of course, it might be damn near impossible for me to get a custom printed one now. With all the tariffs going on, it would probably cost $30 more million than I have. The mat itself is fine, just the Prisma Ilia, so it's weird with how the series evolved. Oh, I am unfamiliar, actually. Can't imagine Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering. I'm also waiting for that, Fatagan. Like, I'm seriously looking forward to seeing what they make into a playmat from that set. But also, supposedly, the Yuffie card that's for that set is just, like, her stock art from FF7 on a white background. Like, that, they just... That's Yuffie. Just... And I hope it's wrong, because that's so lazy and awful. I don't want that level of disappointment.
Is this seriously an Elith recharger?
Pascal, are you saying that this machine can replenish spent Elith?
Wow, sis! I can't believe she invented this!
That sounds pretty handy.
It's far more than just handy. This could supply enough Elith for the entire kingdom of Fendel.
Uh-oh.
Is something wrong? Please don't tell me it's broken.
Not broken so much as fundamentally defective. Yeah, it's useless.
Is there anything you can do, Pascal?
Nope. This is beyond any of the Amarcians.
Series leaned really hard into putting characters into suggestive situations. Oh, that's fair. Ouch. I think that's a version of it, not the only version. I hope so. I haven't done a whole lot of looking into it because once again, Wizards messed up and we don't want to buy from them anymore. I forget again what they did. Oh, they stopped... Not only did they stop sponsoring LGBT, there was a team for LGBT members for, like, card tournaments. Not only did they stop sponsoring them, which was like, okay, fine, but they stopped inviting them. Like, they can't even attend tournaments anymore, which is, like, quite the stance to take. So don't really want to support that. But goddamn if I don't want those decks. Wait, I went the wrong way. I went backwards. Haven't liked Wizards for years. Yeah, they've sucked. They've sucked. We wanted the Final Fantasy cards, so we were going to try and forgive them, and then they did that. And it's like, okay, they don't want it. They don't want forgiveness, and they don't want our money. We'll be proxying a whole bunch of those cards. For probably more expensive, but it'll be worth it to deprive them of what little money they won't make from the rabid fan base that doesn't care.
Everyone did as well as could be expected.
I would also just rather turn people towards the Final Fantasy trading card game, which is actually a ton of fun, has a lot of really cool decks and cards and a lot of, like, neat shit going on. But it's incredibly hard to get. Square Enix does not like to advertise for it or sell it anywhere. And even asking shop owners, they're like, they don't send us the cards. We order them and they never send them. So, like, good luck getting them. But if you get the chance to play the FFTCG, play it. It's fantastic. But for God's sake, good luck. They continue to release the cards for reasons I cannot figure out. I don't know why they translate or release the cards when they don't want to sell them anywhere to anyone. Maybe they sell them on their website? I don't know. Genuinely, not a damn clue. I don't know where you're expected to purchase these cards. We were lucky in Waco there was one store that sold them. And we got a few packs there every so often. I don't even remember where we bought our decks from. But they're great. I miss it. I wish I could play it more often.
This is what happens when you misjudge your foe.
Proxy a whole deck to play FFTC. Yeah, do it! Go for it. Have fun. Make sure you proxy the rules, too, because they're written kind of stupid. Clearly it somehow makes enough money to survive. Yeah, exactly. You've intermittently found packs here and there locally, but wow. I haven't managed to find them anywhere, and I keep an eye out. Because I would love to crack a few more packs of those in my life. There's a store in your neck of the woods that used to carry it like 6 years ago. Ugh. The cards are so pretty too. It's like some of them are just generic because it needs to have generic mana cards like lands sort of deals. So some of them are just like, here is a guy. But a lot of the like rare cards and stuff are so pretty. There's really nice like Zidane cards and Squall cards. It's like, give me. I like it.
We are very sad to announce.
I think there was a skit right there for some reason. I saw it at the very last second.
Instant balls! I can't say that I didn't see this coming.
See, I had glossed over that. I read it as your neck of the woods. Oh, there is.
That new sheath looks really cool.
I've wanted this ever since I joined the Knight Academy.
Temper your enthusiasm.
Why is it here?
Why?
Those who rely too heavily on equipment neglect to hone themselves.
Wait, wouldn't having equipment you love make you want to work that much harder?
In the old days, swordsmen became legend without touching that sort of thing. But times have changed. Now the equipment does all the work, and any old half-wit can wield it.
Here
Damn.
we go.
Just called Asbel a half-wit. He's not wrong. But right in front of him. Rude. At least they still take some damage.
Hubert, why do you wear glasses?
Because my eyes are bad.
Yeah.
What?
Now I just missed the Final Fantasy card game again. I still have my decks and stuff, but like... they could use to be reworked a little bit. And we used to have way more cards, but I just took my pre-builts and like I think there was one deck that I actually built and I think that came with me, but I don't remember. Looking at them I can't tell what's what and it's very sad.
Well, that was passable.
I don't even know what the meta is for that card game anymore. If it even had one. It's moved on so far from where I stopped. You have an ice lightning deck that's built around Squall and Mobile. Oh, that's awesome. I have the 9 and 10 decks. I had tried to or started building a 14 deck before
As could be expected.
they put out actual 14 decks, like years before it, but I don't remember if they're finished or any good. Like, I know I had just collected all the 14 cards I could with the intent of putting a deck together. I just don't think I ever got enough of them at the time. Now there's whole decks for it. I just don't think I ever got any of them. But I do have a bunch of cute Chocobo card sleeves, and they're amazing. And I use them for my token cards in Magic, because they don't need to go in my deck and be noticeable. I wanted to put it on my commander, but I realized if he ever got shuffled in, that would be bad. Because it would be cheating. But all my tokens have Chocobos on the back. They're extremely cute. Squall sleeves? Aw, man. I'll have to trade you a Chocobo for a Squall at some point. You have to come back for your Great Serpent sticker anyway. It was on the fridge. I meant to give it to you, but I forgot when you were here. So you'll have to come back.
Oh.
Yeah, unique sleeves for the non-deck are good. I just wish the tokens could fit in my deck box, because they got left home last time, and I was like, dang it. I foolishly neglected to tell Ryu that the tokens were in another container and they didn't come with us. So I was like, ah, crap. What's the one she's got? Oh, same deal. Okay. The infinite visiting exploit. Forget to give a friend's gift so they have to come back. Exactly. There was a Great Serpent of Ronka sticker on the fridge that I specifically put there to remember to give to you, and then forgot to do so.
Must keep going.
Yeah. So now it's on you too. Do you also need to remember that it's there? I was like, if I stick this to the fridge, there's no way I'll forget. Little did I know. I'm a dumbass. I forgot. It was back when Sticker Mule wasn't political and shitty. They had like a 20 stickers for $10 or whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I got a bunch of Ronka stickers printed, and they're really cool and they're very good quality. It's a real shame that Sticker Mule is actually a terrible company. Your memory's awful. Look, mine is bad too, but the two of us can try. How terrible we talking? Well, they sent me an email that said, Donald Trump got shot. Isn't it terrible? We don't want to get too political, but you should support us so that we can put money to help so that people don't shoot at Donald Trump. Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. I was really annoyed by this. Yeah. I said goodbye to Sticker Mule quite quickly. Shit. I need this to go backwards. Like, I get being like, oh no, we shouldn't be shooting people, but don't be like, give us your money to support the Republican Party. So, no. Two of you pooling your bad memories feels like I may only have 2 brain cells, but their love can move mountains. Exactly, Clipland. They were bad long before that. I didn't know that, because they didn't send me any politically charged emails prior to that, but then they were like, he got shot, and I was like, yeah? I don't want to advocate for violence or anything, but I certainly don't want my sticker company telling me that my money is going towards the wrong fucking people. Which is exactly it, because that party advocates for violence and I don't. I guess they were bad far long before that, but they hid it very well. You came back at a weird time. That's fair. You did. Long and short of it is Sticker Mule is a bad company. That supports a party that I very much don't. And decided to be very open about it and trying to sway its customers otherwise. Hey, big guy.
Where are you, sis?
I've had about enough of this. The facility is full of monsters, and we still haven't found your sister. Just how large-scale a project is this?
The size of this laboratory alone means that we're getting near the Valkanus. How else could a poor country justify such a lavish facility as this?
Sophie, they're having an important conversation right now. Please, don't interrupt. But the monster in that tank. Don't get too close. No, there's something wrong with it. Oh, I didn't notice it at first, but now that you mention it, there is something odd about it. From here, it almost seems like the creature was grown inside the tank, but is something like that even possible?
Could she be researching the creation of artificial monsters?
Yeah, I hope you can come visit again soon. We have to stop being so goddamn busy. Really. Like I was saying at the beginning of stream, like, yes, this weekend we've got an anniversary. Next weekend we've got a birthday to do. Last weekend was something else, and it's like, it's constant. Like every month in our private server, Kaizad shows up and goes, okay, what's going on this month? and like 7 people are like, this, that, and the other thing, because like every month is always booked with so much crap. So it's always like, so Kaizad just tries to get ahead of it and is like, okay, what am I planning around? And I really appreciate him, because I don't know what the hell's going on. But like, you know, here's 17 people going, oh yeah, my debut, or my birthday, or my anniversary. Like, June is gonna be a mess, y'all. You're not ready. June is an absolute cluster.
Plenty of room for improvement, but we can
It's like
let
the
it
circle
slide.
has reached scope creep territory when it comes to special events. It has, and that's the problem with, like, you get so many different streamers in the same space, and there's just, everybody has something to do, like, because my stream anniversary on the 27th is a day that I picked so that, because I had moved it on to July 4th, right, by accident, and then I went, wait, that's the 4th of July. And I realized that Ryu was probably off and would want to do a longer stream on that day, so you can probably expect Ryu to do a stream on the 4th of July, because I figured he'd want to do that since he'll actually be home and can, like, do a long one if he wants to, which is a rare opportunity. So that'll probably happen. And then the Saturday after the day that I chose my anniversary for is Bagel's birthday, so Bagel will probably end up streaming on her birthday. And then there's other people who are like, okay, my thing is probably around like the 17th or the 15th, and somebody said something about the 21st, and it's like, this is just June. This is just 1 month, and it's gonna be a ridiculous handful of weeks, and that's what every month is turned into. It's just, there's always something happening. It's ridiculous. Which is exactly why Bancha is like, no more fucking kudo boards, there's too many things, and I'm going poor.
Must keep going.
Bancha going broke from celebrating people. It's like, there are a lot of us, and everybody is great. But boy, there's always something happening. But I mean, the good news is, for the sake of everybody else, like the audience, there's always something cool going on. Like, there's always something neat to look forward to or tune into. And that's the flip side of it. That's the fun part. We all knew the era of the kudo board was gonna end eventually. Yeah,
I don't anticipate a challenge.
I ran out of steam for them. Like, I feel terrible because Alistair's came up and I really wanted to do an art for it. And I sat down and I tried and I tried and I tried, and I was like, this doesn't look like Alistair, this looks like crap. And I realized that I was just so burned on, like, coming up with art on the fly for stuff like that. I'm not fast enough, and I don't have... I'm not great. I'm just... There are some things I can do fast, but there are most things I cannot.
I must admit that your skills are
So I can't just be like, yup, here, in 2 days, here's this random art. I used to, I can't anymore. And I think that's what pushed me, because I was sitting there struggling, and it felt like an expectation. Like, God, Alistair's gonna be so upset if I don't do this art. Like, because, like, I had done art for so many kudo boards, it became a trend, like, oh, if I don't do art, people are gonna get upset. And I was like, actually, I need to back up this train. And I feel bad that Alistair had to be the catalyst for that, because, like, I love Alistair. He's fantastic. I've known him for as long as I have known Ryu, because they're hand in hand, like, they're good buds. So I really wanted to do something special, but I couldn't. I would rather hand you nothing than something that looks like I half-assed it. So I wrote the best message I could and discarded my shame. It is in a folder and I look at it and I get sad. But yeah, it's just, it became too much. There are still a few people who deserve to get them, and they will. There's like 2 or 3 that were like, I really want to make this happen, and so we're gonna try. But I think we can all expect to see many less kudo boards in the future. And it has gotten to the point where that is less of a disappointment than a relief, and I think that's telling. I think it's very telling.
The monsters in this lab are pretty strange, aren't they?
I've heard that Fendel has been investing in biological weaponry. Perhaps this lab is being used to facilitate
Even
it.
saying just a nice thing was always rough because you can never leave
Watch
things
out,
at,
guys.
at a simple
This one
happy
looks like
birthday.
trouble.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel right.
I'm trembling. Why?
It feels like you should do something more. And then it becomes an expectation that's, whether you're putting it on yourself or someone else is perceivedly putting it on you, like, it's a thing and it's a problem because you feel like you just have to, and then it becomes emotional taxing, and it sucks because it's just supposed to be celebrating your friend and nothing more. So yeah, we'll be stopping those. Same here, same person. You'll value so much, but it's been so overwhelming. Yeah, like, and this year hasn't been good for it either. Like, inspiration is a lacking this year. Everything's been so fucking difficult, and you can't even walk away from it for a minute because every day it's something new and terrible. And no matter how much you can step outside of the world, like, and have a good day or do a good thing, like, you know, you have a stream and you don't pay attention to the world for a little bit, you still have to go back to the world a little bit, and like, it's still there. It's like knowing that there's a bear politely waiting outside your door is really hard to get past. Like, there's an amount of stress that the world has put us under that we now cannot walk away from no matter how much we try, and it is eating everybody. Saying I ain't got it in me is fully valid. And you also have differing levels of familiarity with basically everyone too, which could make a message even harder. Yeah. It's tough, because like there are some people I really, really like, but we don't know each other super well. Like, I've just sat in their chat for 8,000 hours, but they don't know me worth a damn. Like, it's like, I really want to leave this person a nice message because I appreciate the hell out of them, but I also don't want to seem like a creep.
I'm surprised you were able to defeat my Varus.
There are people I lurk who don't know I exist, and I think they're fantastic. Also, speaking of fantastic, her design, peak, love her. Fourier, fantastic.
Fourier! Pascal, is that you? Oh, good heavens, I thought someone was trying to steal my work. Wow, I can't believe you built that Varus and everything. You're amazing, sis! It would have been more amazing if you hadn't defeated it so easily. So, what are you doing here? We came to talk about Fendel's Valkanus Creus experiment. On Forbrenir? I'll have you know, I spent years working on the research used in that experiment.
Well, yeah, but so did
I may
I.
have used your work as a starting point, but what matters are results. You know that. It's okay. I didn't come here to take credit for anything. I know you've done a ton of work on it. But no matter how smart you are, sis, the research is still flawed. And just what does that mean? Well, it's like... Look, it's gonna be a lot faster if I can just show you.
The amount of life-threatening decision-making that is
Do you
happening
have any
that
Creus
you're educated
fragments
enough to
laying
comprehend
around?
is so...
Like,
ooh,
maybe
yeah.
one the size of a
Yeah.
bean.
It's terrifying. Miasma theory? Oh god.
How's this?
That doesn't sound good.
That's perfect. Here, gimme. Impressive, yes? No one has ever been able to extract Elith from Fire Creus so efficiently. Yeah, but when we give this thingy a little chunka... Pascal, what are you doing? Guys, you might want to get back!
That bad air is what makes you sick, combined with a rejection of germ theory? What?
What just happened?
How do you have both of those
That's the
things?
trouble with Fire Creus. If you apply too much pressure when extracting the Elith, it starts a chain reaction. And once that happens, it starts accelerating all the surrounding Eleth, and then kapow! You can contain the damage when it's a handheld weapon or something, but with the Valkanus, it would be a total disaster.
So that's why you never finished your research?
Yeah, I saw
What I
where
want
it
to know
was
is how she
headed,
used this
so I
research
just
as a
chucked the whole
baseline
kit
and
and
never
caboodle.
noticed how bad this
And
could
that's
get.
why we gotta stop the experiment before everybody gets blown up.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it might be tough for you to tell them, huh? Well, look, how's about you just show me where they are and I'll just do it.
Are you trying to make a fool of me?
Am I what now?
You saw where it was headed. You just worked it all out in your head.
Hello and
Do
thank you
you
for the
have
follow.
any
Welcome in.
concept of how hard I've worked to complete the research you've abandoned? You always do this. You mimic whatever I do, then just effortlessly do it better. I kill myself to be successful, and then you sweep in with your quick thinking and fancy talking, and you just leap ahead of me like it's nothing.
Fourier,
Fourier, we must get to the Valkanus Creus. Even if the experiment wasn't a danger, there's a different threat on the way. If we don't act now, it will be drained of its Eleth, just like the other Valkanus.
Wait, the other Valkanus?
Yes, so we have to stop it, no matter what. Please, Fourier, tell us where Forbrenir is.
I don't know where it is, but the man in charge of the experiment does.
Who's that?
Fendel's chief science officer, Kurt Bessel.
Kurt Bessel?
You know him, Captain?
Yes. Though I never imagined we would meet again like this.
Where can we find him?
The Ministry of Science is located in the capital, although I couldn't say if he's there at the moment.
Thank you. That's a good place to start. We'll try to speak with Kurt ourselves.
Do as you like. It matters not to me.
Poor Pascal. She admires her sister so much, but her sister is always like, damn it! Why are you smarter than me? I feel so bad about it. You don't typically learn people you're not already acquainted with, but there are so many in your our circle you always want to hang out with more than never do for some reason or another. It takes more energy than anyone would expect. Exactly, it's true! That's why I always raid the same, like, 5 people, because socializing and finding the time to do so is incredibly impossible. And then you lurk somebody and you're like, I should really say something, but also I'm not in the mood for a prolonged conversation right now. I just want to say hi. And they're like, oh my god, hey, it's good to see you, how you're doing. And you're like, I need a minute. It's tough, because you have to set the time aside to be like properly present for someone, because you don't want to be rude, but like, it's really tough. And there's so many different factors, and now once you get to be a VTuber, there's the Olympics of who hates who that you end up inevitably dragged into, and it's like, this is more exhausting than simply streaming. It's more exhausting than it should be, and it doesn't make any damn sense. Also, the fucking people being like, no germs, but also bad air is fucking ass backwards and stupid. You hear miasma and immediately just think of a lot of fantasy media where the concept is much more tangible and actually real. Yeah! And her character design is peak. Ugh. I feel bad for both of them because they love each other very much, but like, damn. Also, I will drinkle crinkle dinky diggy. Another issue is like, everyone streams at the same time, so it's hard to be present for everyone at the same time. Yeah! And being a mod for so many people, I burned myself out really fast, and now I just kind of like drag myself into people's chats, and I'm like, I have work to do, but I will watch for weirdos. Like, I am this silent gargoyle in everyone's chat going, I'll hit him if I got a boss. But you don't gotta know I'm here. That's why I say I hope you've been well instead of how are you, so if they have spoons they can yap, otherwise, yeah. I appreciate that. That's a good thought, because like, it's tough because like sometimes you just want to be like hi and let them know you're here because it's always good to see a friend in chat, whether they stick around or not. You know, you have a friend. But sometimes you want to be that friend but quietly, and you don't have more than a hello in you, and it's tough. Cause you're like, I want to interact, but also I'm very tired.
Well, we got our Valkanus information, but I wish it hadn't gone down that way.
It was the best outcome we could have expected. At the very least, we learned that Fourier's primary objective wasn't bioweapons development.
It kind of is, though.
You saw how painful that was for Pascal and Fourier. Don't you feel anything at all?
Of course, but that ultimately has no connection to our key objectives.
But I hate seeing Pascal like this.
I know what you mean. Isn't there something we can do to help them work it out?
Stop this at once! I can't allow the two of you to waste more time discussing irrelevant nonsense. We have a mission to accomplish.
Hubert.
Someone's gotta keep our asses on track. Sorry. Sorry, Asbel and Sharia. Also sorry, Hubert. He ain't wrong. None of you are wrong. He's a little harsh, but he's right. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Someone's gotta keep the party on track, even if you gotta be a jerk to do it. He sees the more pressing part of the matter. Sometimes it's just a no-bones day.
I never knew
Exactly.
she felt that way about me. All this time. I've been making her miserable all this time. I should go back and apologize.
I don't think that will help. Fourier's problem isn't you, Pascal. It's Fourier. Her spirit has been crushed by years of doubt and self-loathing. Sympathy will only make the problem worse.
But I love her, you know? I just wish she knew that. Oh, Pascal.
Don't worry. She'll understand someday. You're the only one who can stop the Valkanus experiment now. Fourier knows that's true, even if she'll never admit it. If the experiment isn't stopped, Fourier's work will end up killing a whole lot of people. And no one wants that. Especially not you.
He's right. Helping us will save your sister's reputation and maybe even her life. Plus, we need you, Pascal. We can't do this alone. So, come on, pull yourself together and let's go.
See, he got a heart in him, too.
Little bro. Thanks, guys. You're the best.
Yeah, why is Asbel being the wise one here?
That was all right, Hubert.
I know what she's going through. And besides, it would be far too quiet if she weren't around. Now, can we all stop talking and just head for Zavert? There's no time to waste.
He's been trained and raised to be such a hard ass, and his sweet self is coming through again, and he's trying his best to stop it. Yeah. Go ahead and shoot me a friend request, and I'll accept it later on. After stream. Oh wait, I can do a lot of stuff. You're a sucker for that kind of character. Yeah, it's my boy. Also, yeah, dog, can we help them make up after we stop everyone from blowing up? Exactly. Like, just... We have things to do now. We can fix stuff later. Yeah, there's... While I was going through the sound files, there's the part where, like, every section of the game has its own sound file chunk. So, like, every separate zone has, like, all the same stock sounds as the other ones, and whatever event happens there. So there was a chunk for the Lant event where he shows up and comes back to save everybody, and it's got the people chanting, Hubert, Hubert, and I was like, I'm going to use this for something. I need this. So I just have the sound file of Hubert, Hubert, and I'm like, someday I'll figure something out for this. Maybe we'll just have a Hubert button. I don't know. time to head home. Heck yeah! Drive safe. If you don't get home before the end of stream, thanks for stream. I should end in around 6-ish, so I hope it doesn't take you that long, but if it do, drive safe. That's a long trip. Get. I read the first half as if I don't get home, and I was like, what? Oh. What do you mean if you don't get home? Yeah, Hubert Button. Love my boy, love my son. I used to just doodle him on stuff because I was like, this is my son. He was like my warm-up. Because I can generally draw him from memory. Not the shit on the back of his jacket, mind you. The Strata emblem is ridiculous. But his general look I can do from memory. I should probably change the party up soon. Sorry, I don't get to go home. I'm trapped in the Delta Quadrant. No! Let Rezko go home! This party is too good. Letting other people in it feels like a crime. They're too good of a group. You're also headed home campus time all done for- Hell yeah! Go home and relax. Safe travels. I used to end up staying on campus like for 10 hours a day when I had classes, so I fully get the going home! Yes! part. Like drawing the sigil on Mustang's gloves. Oh god, no! I have like a very vague memory of what that looks like, and yeah, no thank you. That, like, if I had to draw that thing, it would be like, I will make an asset for this and use that every time. There are a lot of parts of my art, like especially for new Ryu, that I've just made a thing, like a brush or an asset that I just plop in there. Like the emblem on his back, that's a PNG, man. I made a really big PNG and that's it, it gets put in. Like the scale pattern that he's got on his shit, that's a brush. I made a brush for that.
Of course. I am not your sister, Asbel.
I need to make a brush or an asset for the cherry blossoms on his sash too. I'm not good at drawing those on the fly. Eventually I will just build new Ryu like a puzzle. Just put a bunch of different PNGs in and be like, yes, this. Here's the man. Sell him like a build your own dragon kit. I've already got rope brushes because of him. I might as well just have more brushes and asset packs. I'll release the Clip Studio Shining Heart asset pack. I don't know how to do that. It would be cool if I did. I would have to name all the brushes something stupid though, because that seems to be the way of it. Like I have like a leaf brush that's just called Is It Leaf? It's spelled L-E-E-F for some reason, and then I have like a pencil that's called Small Horse. And I'm like, is this just how it goes? Just people just name their brushes weird shit. Me mistaking Sharia for an enemy. Whoops.
I'll show you my true potential.
Sometimes I can't help but regret the past.
Asbel.
Why didn't I push harder for a raise in my allowance?
What?
Titles, that's what it was. I was like, I was gonna check something. Where the hell are your other mystics, son? Do you? Give me that. You do not have that many titles. Oog. None of these have arts on them. which is fine, but ugh. Man, he really needs titles, my goodness. Like, I know we just got him, but damn.
Damn it. Now it will appear as though I've been wrong the entire time.
Hey there, little bro. What you thinking about?
Oh, nothing worth discussing.
Come on, Hubert, don't be that way. You and Pascal are friends now, right?
Yeah, you
Hey,
promised.
I never agreed to that.
Like fun you didn't.
We grew up in different environments. I don't know what our father taught you, but my foster father instructed me never to trust lightly.
That doesn't matter. You should still remember exactly what Dad taught us. He taught us to respect our companions. I don't know how you were raised once you left, but you're still my brother, Hubert. We still share some of the same values.
How can you be that way? You don't criticize or mistrust or try to pin blame. How are you able to believe in me at all?
'Cause you're friends?
We're brothers.
Asbel,
Damn.
I have a request to make. If you don't mind, I want you to fight me.
Crap.
Wait a minute, hold on. Fight you? What's this about, Sophie?
Oh,
It's
no.
what I want. Please.
If you're just looking to train, then all right.
Yes, let's call it practice. But don't hold anything back. Okay, Asbel?
Welcome to Game Makes Prinny use Asbel and get absolutely wrecked.
Barrel!
Barrel! Your recordings are so good. She won't even let me do anything. Ugh. And she's just regaining health. I've equipped her too good. She's too good. No, my own moves against me. Oh, I'm so bad at using Asbel. Come back, you moved away from my kicking you. Every so often it gives me brownie points for dodging well. And then I do so bad at it and get fucking wrecked. Ah! That Elif mixer is the only thing that has saved me in these duels against my far too well-equipped party members.
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
I didn't even know Sophie could freeze people. What attack does that? I played it as her for over hundreds of hours. What does that?
Victory! But man, am I exhausted. You look pretty tired too, Sophie.
Yes, but I'm relieved. Now I know if we have to fight Richard, I think it will be okay.
Yeah?
I realized something while fighting you, Asbel.
Realized what?
That you really are my friend.
I still don't know what you're getting at, but... Achoo! Oh man, I'm starting to cool down.
I don't want you two to catch cold. I'll get you something hot to drink.
Let's go, Sophie.
Okay. I didn't feel the urge to erase Asbel while fighting him. That means I can do the same when fighting Richard, because he's also my friend.
The use of the word erase sure is something there. It's quite a choice of words. But I knew it would rearrange my party. Ah! Putting Asbel in the front. How dare you? It's very Expedition 33 coded. I have heard so many good things about that
Fourier
game.
said that Kurt is Fendel's chief science officer.
Someday I will play it.
There's a place called Fendel Tower north of the city that houses government agencies. I wager we'll find the Ministry of Science there.
It sounds incredible.
Okay, let's ask around and see if we can find a way inside.
It is incredibly French, which means it's incredibly sad, but at least the first 10 minutes is. But it's beautiful. I was spoiled on what happens in the beginning. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, ooh. I also saw a picture of someone in a beret wielding a baguette, so it is indeed incredibly French. On Expedition 33, I've played the hell out of this game. This is probably like my 6th plus time through this game, so no spoilers to be found for me unless I've missed some skits somewhere. Which I technically have. I learned that they redubbed, well, they dubbed over the skits we never got with voice actors that weren't the ones that they got for this game. So when we finish the game, we're gonna check out the extra skits that they added and added a dub to, and we can go, oh. We can all groan and kind of cringe at whoever they got together, because while I'm sure they would have been good voice actors for the rest of the game, they're not going to be the same ones we've been listening to for 50 hours. And when they dubbed the Vesperia skits we never got, they weren't good. By which I mean, the audio balancing was awful because you could tell they didn't want you to hear the people they'd hired. So some of them were just really low volume. It was terrible. Zai, hello! I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you. Immediately presents you with what looks like a mime out of like, oh my god. It's good to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're holding up okay. I keep seeing your go live notifications at like all hours of the morning, and I'm like, what? I don't think sushi is a burrito. I'm sorry. I disagree with you wholeheartedly, but I appreciate your spirit. I'm glad to see you streaming. I just wish I could catch you because it's always at hours that I'm either asleep or like, I don't have more than 5 minutes. So you need a security pass to enter Fendel Tower. We will come up on my favorite spot. I'm excited. You didn't ask if sushi was a burrito? Egg rolls a burrito. That's it, egg rolls. Look, I was close. I was like, what was it was a burrito? I still don't think it's a burrito because I don't think it qualifies in my mind, but it's a valid question. And I'm sure it has sparked innumerable debates. What if it's a sushi-rito? I don't know what a sushi-rito is, and I'm afraid to ask. That was only because you knew it would annoy some people to yell at me in chat. It worked. See, I mean, clearly it worked. I'm not yelling at you, but I'm like, I don't agree.
If he's been declared dead, then that likely wouldn't work.
Hubert is correct. In fact, they may already believe there's a con man out there using my name.
But we gotta do something.
Indeed. Fendel Tower is only the first step. We have to meet this Kurt as well.
If we can't find him, retrieving some of his research documents might be enough.
Do you really believe this can be settled with documents alone? Speaking with Kurt is the only way to be sure. Frankly, I would have expected you to feel the same, Captain Malik.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I don't. I don't know where you'd get that idea.
Captain?
Kurt is an interesting topic. Kurt is what all people who have played this game before do not look forward to as a part of the game. He's an interesting character. How are we all looking? Asbel needs to change titles. Please tell me you have one that I can put you on. Yes. Oh, and you learn a bunch of stuff from it. Good, good. I can also do those. Alright. Everybody else looking good? Yes. It wants us to rest. We will do that in a moment. Yeah, I gotta go steal some fur from the Rockagong at some point. I don't know if I'll manage it. Did one going live message where you said FF7 was the worst, and I saw that one too. And I was like, that's a strong take. I hope he's okay. I hope you didn't get murdered for that. I wouldn't call it the worst, but it's the most overhyped. Because I do enjoy it, but it has a ton of plot holes, and the fan base is horrible, and I'm sick and tired of it, but it is an enjoyable game to play because I really like the systems. But man, you trying to stir up trouble with that one. Think if a hand roll and maki roll had a baby, cylinder of seaweed, rice, and then sushi bits. Interesting. That sounds kind of good. That don't sound half bad.
Time sure flies. It feels like only yesterday that I made that friendship pact with Sophie and Richard. But we've all changed so much since then.
Your feelings are very valid.
Anymore.
The story is full of holes and the pacing does suck. Like, I'll give you that to you at 100%.
What are you doing out here?
Sorry. I just needed some time to think about things.
About King Richard?
You know me too well. Hey, remember the first time we met him?
Of course. You broke into his room and then dragged him all over town. I was always surprised he enjoyed it as much as he did. He even wore that stupid disguise.
Yeah, good times. Everyone was together back then. Even Richard. But now he's
Hey,
all
Mystic Quest
alone,
is good.
with no one to support him. Sometimes I wonder if that loneliness
Yay, welcome
drove
home.
him to his current state. I can't help but think if things could have been different. I was so caught up in my own training that I never thought to check up on any of you guys. If I had been able to notice Richard's troubles, maybe I could have stopped things from the way they are now.
It's not too late.
I don't know.
Stubbornness is one of your strongest traits, you know? You're always pursuing some issue long after it's reached the point of annoyance. So if you believe he can still be saved, then don't give up. Just use the same persistence with him that you have shown me.
Thanks, Hubert. That means a lot coming from you. I'm glad you're around. You always put things into perspective.
Oh, come on. Besides, it's my job as the little brother to keep you out of trouble.
Ouch.
If King Richard doesn't have anyone to trust, then at least he can go to you.
You think so?
You promised to believe in him, and you have an obligation to maintain that promise.
I suppose it does. He's right. If I don't stop Richard, who will? I'm not going to give up, no matter what.
It's fun, but don't think anyone would say best. That's fair, but it does have incredibly good music, and that is important to note. You'll be making fun of ranch dressing. Ranch dressing's aight. People who play it now don't even know the pain of how little happens on the first disc. I think because the pain of how little happens in the story is overwritten by how fun the fights are, and like the fact that you're just learning the materia system and stuff. So like it's made up for by you're meeting your characters and kind of learning the start of the lore and the foundations of the systems. So you don't get the benefit of hindsight when you're playing it for the first time because you're busy absorbing everything. So it makes sense. Like, the first disc is painful when you go back to it, but I think when everything is new and fresh, it's not so bad. Like, it's constantly throwing stuff at you, like, oh cool, new system, and you get new materia to toy with every so often, and I think that kind of makes up for the story pacing. And the reason I know that is, like I said, I really like the systems, and I really like playing with the materia. I want another game with a good materia system because I want something more robust than what we got, because I had so much fun with it. I really liked, like, added effect and poison materia. Like, those were fun to play with when I figured out what added effect did. Like, I really liked being able to change it up and make everybody do everything. So the story didn't bother me so much because you just, like, you're busy absorbing so much information that the story doesn't need to have too much. FF9 is far from the worst one. Yeah, no. 100%. I would have timed them out too. Like, there is no good argument for why 9 is the worst. Because it's not true. Even if it wasn't my favorite one, like, there's so little to really pick apart. Like, I've heard people don't like the weapon system, and that's okay. That I can understand. Some people, they don't like Quina, they don't like Eco. That's fine. And, like, heck, there are a lot of people who really don't like how Zidane is in the beginning of the game, and I will give them that. But to call it the worst, you're gonna need a really strong argument, because the writing is fantastic, the world building is amazing, the pacing is good. There's so little from a technical aspect to pick apart, I genuinely don't understand where that argument would come from. I'm willing to acknowledge it has flaws, but worst? No. The worst is FF2, and you say that as an avid fan. I have heard that. I have heard 2 is not amazing. 2 is the only one I've never even touched. I think I still have the ISO for the PSP one. Like, I bought it, and I ripped it with the intention of playing it, and I just never got there. Because my disk drive is failing. Like, you have to open and close it multiple times to spin up a disk, so I have to do everything digital with it. But, like, 2 is the only one I've never touched outside of the newest ones. I haven't messed with 16 or 15 at all. How Has Grace Has Been is fantastic. The remaster is fantastic. They did a good job with it. I noticed some text alignment issues, and that's my biggest complaint. My computer doesn't like it, but I do. But Tony said he didn't see any of those text alignment problems, so I think it might have been patched out. We will probably get to those parts, and I will be like, ah, yes! And we'll see if they've changed. Yeah, like, they're like outside of the bubbles and stuff, and it was like, oh no, but it wasn't not unplayable. My computer likes to not work right, but the game is fine. I played the majority of it on the Steam Deck, and it's killer. Like, I've more than put in my time. Like, I have gone through the game, and I've done it all. Very literally done all of it. So I can't say I have any issues with the game. It is very good. I love it very much. 2 is very strange. The systems are very different, and the party is just 3 characters, a perpetual rotating guest slot. Sounds like my Pokemon teams. But yeah, I've heard complaints about 2. I can't remember what any of the specific complaints are, but I have heard them. It's very similar to GB's? Oh, the Game Boy Saga games. Which makes sense, because Kawazu directed it. But one of the Game Boy Saga games has a little Kamen Rider man in it. I saw you with another woman the other day. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb! She looked like a researcher from a lab. Ring any bells? A researcher? So you're still gonna play dumb? Oh, you mean her. Listen, I was just doing her a favor. And to be honest, she was kind of suspicious. Suspicious, huh? She just didn't seem to be from around here, you know? I'm almost wondering if she might be an Amarcian. Oh, well in that case I suppose everything is okay. Do you think I care about that? She's still a woman! You stupid hateful pig! What? Please, I didn't do anything, honey buns, I swear. There are Marcians here? I like how that's what we picked up from that. The PlayStation Saga Frontier has a Kamen Rider in it, yeah. Oh, I thought the Game Boy one did too. Because I remember seeing a little... It was very pixelated, very just little dude. Did the PlayStation one have, like, super duper pixelated little dude? Increase attack and defense. We don't need plant resistance as much as we need that. Crabe. This shop is open now. It was not before. Peepinator time! Yes! The Peepinator is fantastic and it makes all the cutscenes that much better. It's a little man on a fork! It's so good! Saga 3 has an enemy sprite that looks a little like it. I'm wondering what I saw then. I'm so confused. There. Nothing new. Okay. Yeah, if it comes across my periphery again, I'll definitely send it. It's been a hot minute. Alright. I think I know where to go. I think I might have to make the loop. Gonna leave you up while work on shiny hunting. Heck yeah! What are you hunting? Before you go, what are you after this time? Small lives! Aw! A bunch! A little jar of small lives. Well, good luck! Happy lurkin'. And thank you for coming by. It's always good to see you. You gotta stream it at hours that I'm not dead, so that I can pop in on you. Hello, cats. Welcome to my home. I forgot the text would auto-advance, even though it's not voiced. Unlike the other not voiced text. He bought olives. Diggy small olive. Olive's good. I was thinking about them earlier because there's some leftovers in the fridge that I think I forgot about for too long, but they had olives in it and I was like, those were good. Those have been here for a while. Yeah, Zai has been going for a shiny living dex for a hot minute. This is... Captain? Is there something special about this building? This is where some of the text alignment happens, so we'll see if it's still wrong. I always swore I'd never come here again. Did you call me here, Lorelia? 25% done. Still, that's huge. Is it 25% of the entire dex or a particular game? Lorelia. Were you followed? Is it safe? Entire dex. Okay, 25% is huge then. It's fine. I brought what you asked for. Thanks. But wasn't this difficult to get a hold of? If this is getting too dangerous, just tell me. Don't worry about me. I could say the same to you, you know. We both know the risks. We must ensure the plan's success at all costs. That's true. You had that nickname for a reason. If only I'd realized sooner. Lorelia, even now I can see your smile. Captain, are you okay? You don't look so good. I'm fine. Come on, let's find somewhere to warm up. Well, it looks like they fixed that part at least. Zybot lives on. That's fair. Look, I can't argue with you. I can run around the diadem like a crazy person now, so like, I now fully get where you were coming from with it. You know, Sharia, you might be able to stay out longer if you wore some dang pants. Exactly. Hard agree. Sorry, I thought that cutscene would go on a little bit longer, and I put hand lotion on because my hands were all hurting. And now I don't want to touch the controller just yet because I was like, I thought I had another moment or two. Ah! Yeah, Sherry is like, it's cold. Like, well, you could use pants or a jacket, actually. Look how warmly Asbel is dressed. Hubert's in a full bodysuit for some reason, despite coming from the desert. I always wonder, like, what the thoughts are behind that, because he comes from the desert nation, and all of the Stratton soldiers wear full bodysuits with thigh-high boots, and I'm like, y'all must be sweating. Those boots are full of sweat. Gathering in FF14 is a good source of gil if you take orders off the mark board. Yeah. I enjoy gathering in it, so I now know how you felt. I didn't at the time because I didn't know what to gather, which is why the diadem is good, because you just gather shit. It's what's there. But when you need it for crafting, you're like, oh, I get it. Okay. I don't do a lot of crafting because I'm not good at it, but I have done it before. You did market board selling to get miner and botanist 100? I should do that. The more I see about cosmic exploration, the more I don't know if it's what I'm looking for, and I might just go park myself in the diadem, because that stuff seems to sell really high still. Some of those stacks were going for like 80k a stack, and they were easy as hell to get. So I'm like, Well, I'm talking about the girl who lives here. She just moved in a short while ago. I think she works in the Ministry of Science, but she's so busy I almost never see her. Such a nice girl, though. I try to bring her dinner whenever I have the chance. But it's getting late and I haven't seen her. I guess I could start dinner anyway. After all, she's doing so much for Fendel. Say, do you think you could take a peek inside while I go to get things underway? A girl from the Ministry of Science? That text should not be auto-advancing, but here we are. You're not the best person to have standards on stuff learned from because half the time you did things to annoy people. It's true. Like gathering as much as you did. Can't do extremes, gotta get shards. Look, in hindsight, I genuinely don't blame you for not wanting to do raids with them. I don't miss Neil. I miss David, I don't miss Neil. He was a dick. So for you to not want to run extremes with them, I get it. I get it. You feel like cosmic exploration is probably more involved than a lot of people want. That's fair. A lot of people seem to really like it, but the more I hear, I'm like, I don't know, it's not mindless enough for me. Which sounds funny, but it's true. Sometimes I just need click button and stare into space. You don't miss him either. You still wave when you... Oh, you still see him? Oh. I don't see him at all. I saw David not long ago and people were...
Pascal, what are...
We were really happy to see each other. And then chat was like, now kiss. And his response was so good. He just... Because we were like, it's you! Oh my god, hi! And they were like, now kiss. And his answer was, oh no, I'm terribly gay. I was like... I just wasn't ready for it. Oh, I'm terribly gay. Like when you have the affliction, oh, I'm terribly diseased. No, it's, oh, I'm terribly gay. He was so good. I miss him. Neil didn't deserve him. But he was wonderful. But I guess I probably wouldn't see them because I'm not on the same data center anymore. But man... It is hilarious. Automod doesn't agree, but it is hilarious. Oh no, I'm terribly gay. It just sounded like something you'd hear in an old movie. Now, Automod makes sense for that one because it probably sees it as derogatory in some way, and I get it. You run into them when you go to the data center to do gathering deliveries. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I sometimes hop on my characters over there, but I don't do content really or stay too long. I don't play much anymore. I don't have motivation. I keep up with raids with my FC and that's about it. Oh.
What are you doing here?
There we go.
Verma!
You know each other?
Of course! Everyone, this is Verma. She's an Amarcian like me. Nice to meet you, everyone.
That's
so you
fair.
work for Fendel now, right, Verma? That's right. Actually, I work at Fendel Tower. The security is such a pain. You have to use this fancy security pass just to get in. Hey, so do you think I could maybe kinda sorta borrow your pass? I've wanted to see the inside of that tower forever. Well, I don't know. Please? I promise I'll just look around and not break anything and come right back. Well, all right. I suppose I can trust you of all people. Aw, thanks, Verma. I totally owe you.
Just like that, she hands over her security pass. Yeah, we are trying to prevent the breaking of things. You're nearly 140 hours in Xenoblade X and they're still not done. Oh my god. I would have clocked out by then. I would have checked out. That's why I don't do open worlds. There are some exceptions, but every time I hit 40 hours in a game, I just boop, I'm done. If it's an open world, I'm done. My brain can't go over 40 hours. It's just like, all right, we've had enough.
Fendel Tower, huh? I sure hope Kurt is here.
You said
What
you
game
knew
did
him,
you
right,
get on
Malik?
sale?
In fact, you seemed shocked when you heard his name. What kind of person is he? If things go badly and we have to fight him, your information might help turn the tide.
We first met at the military academy over 20 years ago. Much as they do now, the people of Fendel was suffering. The climate was harsh, and our Valkanists provided no help. Most of the people were on the verge of poverty, or worse. The rich were content to let the poor struggle, so long as their own gluttony remained satisfied. Eventually, a young officer decided he had seen enough and started a reform movement. Kurt and I believed strongly in the cause, and had soon devoted ourselves to it completely.
So what happened?
Oh, I've heard Fuga's good.
It
Yeah,
was
my Grace's
youthful
saves have like
foolishness.
88 hours.
Those in power brought pressure
This is
to
one of
bear
the
and crushed the
exceptions.
revolution
I could
before
play
it
this
could
game
take
forever.
hold. I knew my life was in danger, and so I decided to flee Fendel while I still could. But Kurt stayed. He refused to watch the light of revolution flicker and die. He was a man of fearsome intelligence and singular will. A man who would sooner die than surrender his ideals. Even if we do manage to track him down, I doubt he'll listen to an old coward like me.
But there's a chance, Captain. And that means we have to try.
I suppose you're right. Let's go find him.
As much as I want to continue and see one of my favorite things, we will open with that. I thought there would be a save point outside here, but there's not. Because it is getting late. Dragon just got home with dinner. And I'm hungry. And now is about when I said I was going to end anyway, so it shouldn't blindside anybody. Let's see, where are we going? Carnage literally just raided out, so that's off the table. But Carnage raided Jorb, and Jorb does not often stream, and Jorb is working on the funny cool horse game. So I think that might be where we're gonna go. I think we might go say hi to Jorb. Because we've also never gotten the chance to raid her. So that's, I think that's where we're going. Yeah, you came at the end. I'm sorry. Welcome in. It's good to see you, though. Hello. You would assume Fuga's on sale on Steam too. I don't know if I can, but I will look into it. I have a huge backlog, so. But all right. So yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow for. I better see you in chat in Ryu's Streamversary stream. It's 4 years. Mans is celebrating 4 years. You also just came from that channel. This is hilarious. Oh god. Well, back to Jorb you go, Muma. You cannot escape Jorb and his horses. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Be there or be missing out on cool shit. And then yeah, I'll Sunday for more Expanse Enduring and whatnot, and yeah. I hope you all have an incredible weekend. I hope you have a good night, a good dinner. Sure, yeah, hit me with a raid message if you've got one, because I don't think of nothing. I gotta think of something eventually. That is perfect. That is perfect. Thank you, Lance. I know I can always count on you. Oh no, George just said he was rapping. Damn it, where are we going? Where are we going who's not rapping? Paige is doing Skies of Arcadia and I haven't seen that. How long has Dolly been going? Dolly's been live for 54 minutes? That doesn't seem right. But you know what? We're gonna go see Dolly then, because because Jorb is ending. We haven't gotten to raid Dolly either, and I could have sworn Dolly would have been going for like 6 billion hours by now. Usually Oppers is going for 7 hours by the time I'm ending. But that's what it says. She's playing another Crab's Treasure, and she's funny as hell. Dolly is incredible, but she's an adult streamer. Like, she says a lot of cursed things. She's not... I realize it sounds terrible to say she's not as wholesome as the rest of us, but like, she's incredibly kind and sweet and caring, but she says cursed shit. So like, be ready for more vulgarity and whatnot than you get around here. But Dolly is incredible and wonderful. Yeah, lewd stuff a lot. Like, the content is different, but Dolly is great. There's the difference. We love Dolly. She plays Reverie on Sundays in Expanse Enduring. You will love Dolly. And I will introduce her to you right now. Have an absolutely incredible weekend. I love y'all very much, and I will see you soon.